Hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to my page. I'm Chosen One 444 Healer, and I'm back today, guys, with a late night reading. Whoa. I try to make it today. Today, guys, it is pouring outside here in New York. It's given that it's really pouring everywhere, so I don't know what's going on. I'm actually surprised my hair kind of survived. I had it wrapped up the best way I can, and it's kind of looking like it's gonna last another day. So for my quick late night reading, I want to get into the truth deck oracle, okay? I want to see what's going on in the current energy right now. What's the truth? What are some hidden truths that you may have been avoiding in your current life right now? Anything that you probably could have just been, sidetracking and is keeping you, hindering you, or just any type of advice, like what's been going on, truth that you probably could have been ignoring currently, right? I'm just getting called to do something about the truth today. What is the truth outside of what's going on in the energy, okay? So I already did my prayers, like I said, I hope everybody's staying dry right now. So we're going to see what's going on in the energy, which some truths you need to be looking out for. Okay, so it's given that currently right now, you need to put in your mind that dreams do come true, okay? Dreams do come true, but start believing in miracles again. You could get what you want. So start believing that dreams do come true. So it's given that you probably been currently recently having some plans or ideas that haven't been working out in a timely manner that you probably wanted to been working out in, and now you starting to feel like, oh my God, is my dream ever gonna come true? Or like, do dreams ever come true? Like, you probably been feeling like whatever you've been thinking about is too hard for you to reach. But it's given that start thinking that or believing again that do, because basically whatever you think in your mindset actually comes your reality, right? So it's given that you probably been limiting yourself and stuff like that, limiting yourself and whatever you probably wishing about right now, or you probably been having some outdated mindsets, like how you perceive certain things. So it could either be like, even down to, like I said, like even with love, maybe you could be thinking that certain loves are not realistic, or certain things can't happen because you're probably stuck in an old mindset, like an old-fashioned way. Like the woman does this in the household, the man does this out in the household, or like even like down to marriage, like, oh, you can't do certain things before marriage, or once you're this, you got to stay with this person. Like, you got some type of mindset that's kind of taboo that you probably either got to work on right now, okay? So it's given that you currently been limiting yourself based off a taboo type of mindset, okay? But it's getting that you becoming curious right now. So it's given right now you getting curious about stepping outside of that old mindset, okay? That's what I'm getting so far. Okay, so that's good. Okay, and it's given that right now you probably been having some people right now kind of like making you realize like who you really are. Like maybe they've been commenting on like your behaviors, maybe. So you probably have people in your energy that's probably been telling you like, oh, like do you notice yourself seeming like you've been down a lot lately, or do you notice that you have a habit of doing this? And people are kind of right now calling this out about you, and you starting to actually stop and looking into the mirror now. So right now you having these moments of looking at yourself in the mirror, right? And you probably looking at yourself too. Maybe your own ways are kind of affecting you, right? However you've been acting, that old taboo mindset has been affecting you, right? Now you're taking a look at yourself, looking at your own reflection now, because now you start to wonder like how you been looking, like all those decisions you have been making all this time. Now you actually want to sit back and look in that mirror and like really see what you've been presenting yourself as, right? That's what I'm getting, okay? And right now it's giving that you probably feel like the whole time now you probably feeling like, how have you been presenting yourself maybe like within society, maybe your friends, your family, something like that. You've been feeling like you've been putting on a performance. So now as you look in the mirror, oh my God, some people in this collective are feeling like you've been acting this whole time, right? And you feeling like now, oh my gosh, what the heck I was doing? People are going to laugh at me, or when people find out, that this all was an act, or whatever you've been probably pretending to be. Like whether you probably was pretending like maybe like you had everything all together, or maybe you was pretending like you was like in a happy home, or like whatever you was pretending to be. Like maybe you pretending like you was rich. Any type of pretending. That's what I'm getting out of this. That you feel like people are gonna laugh at you right now, okay? So you feel like people gonna laugh at you right now. Maybe even other things. Like you probably feel like whatever decisions you probably was making in life, you feel like you're gonna get clowned about that, right? You feel like people gonna start seeking revenge when they know who you really are after you looked in that mirror, right? So that's what I'm getting so far. So far, you in the current energy are trying to like basically make a change, because now that's why you in the idea of wanting to believe, like trying to believe that dreams can come true. Maybe you can get a new start in life, but you've been limiting yourself because you have these old ways of thinking. And it's giving right now answers to saying that what you need to do is just cool down, okay? Take some time to cool down, breathe, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe like a shower, maybe like, or if you're nearby like maybe certain places like spas and stuff like that, you probably need a spa day. Like, Because it's giving that you being kind of hard on yourself right now. It's like basically nobody's perfect, okay? You probably been being so hard on yourself, thinking that everything you got to do, probably this why you had the performance on has to be perfect. But answers is saying this don't have to be perfect. Just cool down, calm down, pause, and reflect on yourself. Because everybody has these moments where they got to stop and pause and reflect, right? And it's giving that right now you probably are currently having some type of internal regret. So you probably have been moving a certain way in society so far, like maybe treating people a certain way, and now you took that time to look in your mirror. Now you like in this feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry how I treated people, right? So it gotta be one person, it can be more than one person. Like you just feel in this energy of having this eternal regret. Like you just sorry about how you've been behaving so far, okay? So this giving that so far, this energy is in the energy of just realization, like a bam. It's giving awakening, right? But you got to get deep and say it's a spiritual awakening. But you have some type of awakening right now, right? And right now, after you have all these feelings of regret and like, you know, you sorry about how you've been moving in society. Now you just having wishes. Like you just hoping that you could come out of this and you basically expecting, you know, the worst right now. It's gonna be that you're basically expecting the worst right now. That's what I'm getting right now. You're expecting the worst to happen, but it's like, it don't always got to be the worst. Just because this remain in a good mindset, optimistic. And it also depends on what you feel like you did, like how you treated people. Like some people feel like they can't get out of certain things. I feel like it's certain levels to it, right? Like as long as you ain't KIL nobody, you should be good, right? You ain't hurt nobody, you ain't injured nobody in that type of way. You didn't make them face any type of major loss, then you should be good. But other little things like that, not to say that you can't feel it or reach a type of karma about it. Yes, we all have to reach a type of karma, but it has to be done. It's not like something you can't come out of. All you gotta do is after that and just start moving correctly. So now you probably sitting in that energy like, oh my God, everybody gonna see who I really am. But now it's like, now you can show them who you are, the other side of you, okay? So this is giving that you made some type of past mistake, past life mistake. It gotta be a past life in the sense of spiritual, like meaning like earlier life, like during this lifetime, okay? And it's right now that, yeah, you are definitely in the energy of like, feel like you face a karma right now. You feel like everything's getting blocked right now because divine intervention. And basically when divine intervention step in, that's because you have to learn a lesson. And this is actually helping you to grow. So basically when divine intervention happens, right, and God steps in, this is because you're going down the wrong path. This means you're going down the wrong path, okay? So you actually got caught and stopped just in time, basically, before you probably made things worse, okay? So yeah, and things probably was happening that probably was just a catalyst of your growth. So if you feel like you met certain people, or things, certain people happen, those are all catalysts that help you learn the lesson that your spirit came to earth to learn. Okay, so that's what it's giving basically. Like you in some type of karma right now, but like I said, it depends on how much you did. But don't think that you can't get out of it. Okay, as long as you ain't, like I said, KIL or someone, you should be good. Okay. And it's good right now too. Like, yeah, oh my God. So it could be something about a relationship. You probably could be feeling like that too. Like some of the other parts of this collective could be feeling like you probably been having an affair, or you feeling guilty about having third parties or mistresses or having multiple lovers. So basically you probably been feeling guilty about this. For the other group of people that's watching that's not feeling like it's about society, it could be about a relationship. You've been feeling like you have multiple people right now. You're probably feeling guilty about having all those affairs. So listen, I don't know if you're single, married, what, but now I see that you taking a look back at all the actions you're taking having these affairs. I mean, at least it happens one day, right? Hopefully you ain't too up in age. Like I said, it's better late than never, but hopefully you're not too old or up in here where you feel like, oh my gosh, I finally learned after like, now I can't really, show or prove myself. But it's like I said, you could be 50, 60, 70 and you learn tomorrow. And as long as you move right from that day, you should be okay, okay? And it's gonna be like, yeah, like, so it's basically right now, it's about to be a sudden change right now. So you got to have a moment of decision. You have to make a decision soon. So it might be about these affairs. You have a third party, multiple levels. You about to have to make a choice soon, okay? Right? Because you don't want no uninvited guests. You don't want to be like hanging out with somebody and somebody just pop up. And this probably could have happened to you. Somebody could have just popped up on you recently while you was with somebody else. And now you're thinking about your decisions like, oh my God, what am I doing? How did I get to this position where I got this person in my house and then this person popping up and this person calling me, asking me where I'm at? You in the energy of having a big change about to happen, because you're gonna have to make that big change actually, but you don't want to have uninvited guests, okay? And this is time for you to make that decision. So that's what I'm getting, is that, and also you don't want to get to a point where it's like people start getting involved and most people bump into each other, find out about each other, and then it's a fight. Now you got an accident. Now you got an accident going on because now they fighting over you because you not, telling them about it. Or even if these women know, it's like, you feel like, it seems like you actually looking at yourself now, like trying to make that decision if you want to stay in that type of energy anymore, okay? So this would be, like I said, man or woman. Like, anybody could be in this energy, okay? So let's see what else is going on. So basically, that's what's happening. But like I said, you gotta believe that dreams will come true. You're gonna get what you want, but you gotta just make that righteous decision, okay? So that's what I'm getting. Ooh, this one jumped out. And it's good right now. You probably in the energy of wanting to run away from everything. Like, you probably basically trying to ghost everybody. You running away right now. But listen to me. It's gonna catch up to you. Like, you can't just avoid it. Sometimes you gotta face your problems head on. You can't just sit there and not avoid these things. You have to face it, because if you don't, it's gonna circle back around to you eventually. Or if not, you're just gonna receive the karma from it. Even if you feel like you just, all right, say you just end it with everybody, but you don't get nobody explanation or apologies. It's gonna hit you another way. It's gonna be karma in another way, right? So even if it's not that, you might miss opportunities just because how you treat other people, right? You didn't give them the option to choose or decide if they want to be in a third party with you, right? So you gotta clear those things or apologize or make things known, like what you've been doing, okay? That's a part of you looking in that mirror and making those miracles happen, making that change happen, okay? So let's see, that's good. But I mean, I've seen like this person, like, ooh, this collective is like right here, this energy is in a deep situation, like you trying to get out of, like you feel like you put yourself in something that's kind of hard to get out of now, right? Because right now, yeah, you're in the energy, you want to ascend, you want to level up, you want to see some progress, you ready to progress now, okay? So you tired of that old life, you tired of that third party fling, flirty life, you tired of that, you trying to be better now. You are definitely trying to be better, okay? So this is all about you. You trying to be better, you trying to like get some better positions in life, you know, you're trying to be happy. So it's like you definitely got some cleaning up to do. This is definitely giving clean up house, okay? But like I said, you just gotta remain hopeful and just make the right decisions. And people, once you tell people you give a correct, clear apology, that's the first step. Even if they don't accept it, at least you clearing your conscience, okay? Because when you're not giving these apologies, you're not clearing your consciousness. And that's what it is. I feel like you feel like something is weighing you down. Like you're afraid of the truth. You're afraid of the response you're gonna get. But don't be afraid of the response. If you being honest and truthful, you're gonna be okay. I mean, people might not like what they gotta hear, but at least it's the truth. At least your conscience is clear right now. You can move forward and don't do it again. Don't do it again, okay? So let's see. Ooh. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Okay, yeah, so it's giving that, yeah, right now you're walking away. You're walking away from anything that don't no good serve you. Whether it's, like I said, anything, society, friendship, relationship, workplaces, you walking away, you breaking up with all these things because you're ready for something new, a new path, right? A better you, a better look in the mirror, okay? There's a lot of endings happening right now in your life. A lot of people walking away from you, maybe, or you walking away from people, separations, and it's probably painful right now. You're going through a lot of painful stuff right now. It's very painful, okay? Yeah, and it's like you probably seeing broken glasses lately, like, you know, you see any type of broken mirror, maybe, like that might be a sign of like that's like a symbolism for you to know like this is a true ending for you. Yeah, it's giving, and you feel like you probably afraid of the unknown, but it seems like you're ready to take that leap of faith, right? Because you feel like if you change yourself around, you've probably been afraid of what's ahead of you, right? But it's giving that once you take that chance, you're gonna be okay, okay? You know, you're afraid of the unknown. That's what I'm getting right now. You're definitely afraid of the unknown, but you're gonna be okay. So that's what I'm getting. You just holding yourself back from your own fears, okay? And that's that. So I'm going to put like two more, maybe, okay? And it's giving right now, too, okay? Look, like I said, rest. You got to rest. And you probably have just been resting now because you feel like so drained and overwhelmed from juggling all these people. You over here and you over there. You got to fulfill this person. You got to fulfill this. You know how much emotional energy you got to give out, even if it's not that physical energy, and how many stories you got to make up. Why you not speaking to this person? Why you ain't see this person? Why? You're like in the energy of needing the rest now, right? So you got to pause because how else you going to have the new beginning, right? How else you going to have the new beginning? You got to chill out, okay? So that's my advice so far, collective. Just chill out. The ones that this is for, just chill out, okay? Yeah, get away from that trash, that waste. A lot of those things you holding on is just trash. The old ways about you is just trash. They all trash. It's not do you no good, but keep you wasted and bad-ridden. Look, you feeling worthless, and you feeling like, oh my gosh, like, this is not the true you. This is a whole nother life you don't even live. Like, you feel like you living like something that's not even really you. You feel like you've been living in a false life. It's like you feel like you're going to waste right now. It's because how you treat yourself like waste. So once you treat yourself with better standards and, you know, options, you're going to become more highly, and AKA, like we say in the spiritual realm, you're going to become divine. Divine beings. Not to say we all don't have a start. I could say I had probably back then certain traits, but I was always on a divine path. And once I awaken to my divinity, I'm like, oh, stop, divine feminine. What I look like doing this? What I look like doing that, right? And even as a male, like you got to go through lessons, and then you discover you're a divine masculine. You're like, oh, what I look like? All the time I was allowing my body to be over here, my energy to be everywhere. You know, people treat me this certain way. You know, you deserve better. No, okay. So it's gonna be like, yeah, like just stay independent. You in the energy of freeing yourself, which is good. Just keep freeing yourself, right? Because you're gonna get there, okay? Yeah, you're gonna take the lead. Basically, the instance to say, take the lead in, like take the initiative, make those steps, because that's the only way you're gonna get there. You gotta just want it. You gotta want the new beginning, okay? All right, that's really the last time, okay? All right, because it's good right now. The longer you wait, the more far away you get from yourself, and maybe whoever else that, you know, is in the energy, you basically eager to be with probably just one person. So you missing somebody right now, because it's like you got all these things going on. Now you in the energy of missing somebody, losing an opportunity, missing out on true happiness, just because you in this energy of being everywhere at once. So that's what I'm getting. You everywhere at once based off these old taboo ideas, old ways of thinking, old-fashioned, outdated thinking. You got to move on and be a new you, because you starting to realize that other people everybody else is telling you they seeing the difference and change in you. You feeling like, oh my God, you've been a clown. You feel like this whole time you look back at your life, you've been feeling like you was a clown the whole time. Like none of that stuff was true. That's not what you really want. You probably was in this like player like energy maybe, or like everywhere. That's what I'm getting. And now you want to cool down. Now you're in energy of cooling down. You sorry. You feeling sorry for hurting all these people that you probably let on. Stuff like that. But you know, you're trying to have hope. But now you're trying to understand why everything in life is just stopping. Why it seems like when certain people cross your path, certain things are happening to you. It's because they are catalysts to your growth. Okay? And that's it. Right? So after you do it, you are going to receive this passionate love and this energy, this love from everyone. People that actually want to honor your true version of yourself. People that's going to love you for you. That's it. People won't love you for you. Okay? But like I said, you got to just do what you got to do, and, you know, continue to ascend, and give them apologies out. State the intentions. Okay? So that's all collective. If you like my reading, you can give me a like, share, follow. Any more questions? Till later. Bye.